All right, so what is up, guys? Back in with episode 37 of Late Night Shots. And today we have here joined with us Romeo Mosquera.
What's up?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Getting
Yeah, it's
after it.
been yeah, it's been a tough time for I think all of us. You're in the JUCO ranks, but how everything's going with like practice right now, and like what's the outcome of your season look like for this year?
Hopefully we can get into it. You know what I mean? Everybody's getting canceled right now, so right now it's just a waiting game. But pretty much me and my entire team is like we're going after it. Pretty much, we're a brand new program in Iowa, so we don't really have much expectations towards us, bro. But we're gonna go out and we're gonna shock a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm looking right now, and I think I think all D2 schools are pretty much the first to go. I don't know why. And then D3 is probably going to be next. Then JUCO and NAIA. I think they're going to try to keep D1 because it's theoretically all about money at this point. So whichever
Yeah,
brings in the most, they're going to keep.
yeah. I think as soon as they start knocking off some of the Big Ten schools,
Yeah.
then that's when they're gonna start, you know,
If they
canceling
knock off a
everything.
Big Ten school, it's mostly over.
Yeah, even if it's like a school like if it's like Indiana or
Yeah.
I heard something about Michigan not being able to practice yet.
Yeah.
I got boys that are like in the MAC conference and stuff like that, and they're telling me that they're trying to wrestle, but every week or so someone gets COVID and then six guys have to go quarantine in a hotel.
Yeah. It's really not even something you can prevent. Like our coach would say, like, don't go out to parties, don't do shit like that. But
Can't
you
really,
just be
you,
walking to class. You have to go to the
yeah,
dining hall. Just
you
pick up
can
food. You're basically in your dorm the entire time.
you
There's
can
nothing
go
you
to
can really
You can
do.
go to Walmart and still catch it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what
like
I mean?
he says like don't go out for necessities, but like there's nothing you can really do to stop it.
Yeah,
And like they can't really get mad at you for getting COVID because like they don't know
yeah,
you did something wrong to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just kind of rough though.
Yeah, it's just it sucks, bro. But I mean, we gotta go with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Until
Are
they tell.
you what grade are you in right now?
I'm a redshirt freshman. Yeah, so
Theoretically, did you redshirt year?
yeah, oh yeah, I redshirted last year, but I transferred. So
Okay, so theoretically, you got lucky with this
yeah,
because you get a
kinda,
free
yeah,
year this year, right?
yeah.
I think the same with me because right, I get a free year this year that I can technically just redshirt
Redshirt next
next
year.
year, and I got a 4 years if I want to do it. If I don't, it's whatever,
Yeah,
you know. But
this
yeah,
year I had that option.
yeah, I think the options make it better because especially
Yeah,
like you keep up with Division 1 wrestling, right?
yeah, big time.
Yeah, so you know how like how Yanni had the potential to be a 5-time national champ.
Yeah,
Now it's back to four.
four. Yeah,
Spencer Lee had the potential. He still has the potential to be a 4-time champ now,
yeah,
but it's most likely not going to happen.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy, bro. What's going on, bro? But until they cancel that season, bro, you gotta go. That's
Yeah,
pretty
and
much.
at the same time, again with like Gable Steveson, like he could very well just if he makes an Olympic team this year, he could just move on with his life out of college.
Yeah, really.
Like I don't think he has any reason to come back
Yeah, really.
at this point, because guys like again Greg Kirkland, Colton Schultz, even Mason Paris at this point, he's improved himself to a point where they could all be like Olympic level guys.
Yeah.
And now they're all just competing
Schultz.
for
I
yeah,
like Schultz. That's
yeah.
what I
I
like.
like Schultz too. I just don't think
I like
folks.
Schultz big time. I think he's gonna make a run for it.
Dude, I don't know. Look, I thought that too, but then I was talking to Matt Stencil, and Stencil pinned him in Ironman
Yeah,
finals. Also, Schultz was a freshman. Yeah, it was at
yeah,
220. Yeah, the benefit of the doubt there. But I still think that like the thing that's going to hold him back the most is going to be his foot speed,
yeah,
especially being a Greco dude.
yeah,
But I
definitely.
also saw him in a lot of tournaments where guys would get in on his legs so fast, and he would hit like some crazy athletic defense out of nowhere. It all just comes down to whether he can do that on high level Division 1 guys or not. You know?
Yeah, and then on top of all that, man, these high level D1 guys, they're a heavyweight. There's you look at top five right now, and they're all pretty freaking athletic.
Yeah.
Like
Not even like
way more athletic than anybody would even think.
yeah, like even like the top 32 guys at this point, like
Yeah,
they're just like the weight class getting more and more depth every year.
yeah,
You obviously have the top five. You have Gable Steveson, Greg Kirkland, Mason Paris,
Cassiope's in there too.
Cassiope, and I'm gonna have to give Stencil the number five, and then Hilger number six. But those are like the guys who are guaranteed All Americans at this point.
Yeah,
If you look at all of them, like They come in all different shapes and sizes. You have Kirkley is like 6'3",
Yeah.
240, the most smoothest guy you'll ever see. Probably
Yeah.
the strongest guy in that field too, which is the craziest part. You have Gable, who's just an athletic freak. Hilger, who's probably the most technical out of all of them.
Yeah.
Stenzel, probably the best top I've ever seen. Has some sneaky offense he can get to. And Cassiope is probably like the most old school traditional one just now. But he's like revolutionized his offense. It's just
Yeah.
crazy to see. Oh, we also didn't go over this. Like, what weight class are you wrestling in college?
This year I think I'm gonna stay up at 49. I'm walking
Just
around
because of
probably
the
at
full
like
season?
yeah, that my team is looking really cool right now, going
Yeah.
all the way through. So
It's also like, I know, like, after you get out of high school, if you're wrestling and you're not wrestling D1, you're doing it because you love the sport too.
yeah,
So, like, if cutting weight's going to take away the enjoyment, like, I get you want to be competitive, and if you want to cut the weight, go for it, but, like, you shouldn't be forced to.
yeah, like right now it wouldn't be it start to suck maybe again because I was a 41 last year.
Yeah.
I got recruited to go in as in my last school. I was recruited to go in as a 33.
Yeah.
And I got there and I was like, all right, whatever, summer, senior year. So I was like, I ended up going. That wasn't my fault. I went to college all fat and out of shape and stuff, and I was probably at like 63, and I was like, all right, let me try to make it down to 33. Got down to like 38, 37. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. So I just wrestled at 41 and had pretty much fun. Got hurt a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Body just breaking down. Wasn't ready for that college room yet, but
Yeah.
after I transfer whatever now, out during quarantine. I got pretty heavy. I got up to like 190.
Oh,
But then,
hold,
yeah,
hold, hold up. No, you can't just say that casually, move. Like,
I
I
really
know
did.
mine is bad. I hit like 340 at a point. Like, I'm
Yeah,
getting back
no,
down now.
it was bad, man. I remember I didn't want to. I didn't look at the scale because I always have my scale like right next to me like always. But I got sent home from quarantine. I left my scale in my dorm at my school because I'm from Florida and
Yeah.
I went to school in Missouri.
Hmm.
So I didn't really April like pretty much April was so bad in Florida COVID. So you couldn't really go to
Yeah.
the grocery store. You know what I mean? So it was pretty much doing homework.
That's,
I was doing homework, eating, and playing Call of Duty
that's
all day
dope. Like,
for the entire month of April. I remember uh, my coach. I had a teammate that had a gym, whatever. His dad owns a wrestling gym, whatever. So
yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back, whatever. And before practice that day, my first day back, I stepped on. It was 189.8, and I was like, wow, bro.
Was your coach there to see that, or
Huh?
did your coach see it?
Oh yeah, well I was already playing the transfer, so my new coach didn't even see it. But I knew I was gonna get the weight back down. Now I'm walking. I already made 49 this year, but now I'm probably walking around like 60, maybe like 50 between like 57 to
Yeah.
60.
I have to start building up the willpower to work out again.
Yeah.
I've been doing like 5 push-ups a day and just calling it there.
Nah, man, you gotta get the right now, bro. Just get big, man. Just live.
I'm like 330 right now. I
Yo,
can't.
I'm talking about just get stronger. I mean,
Yeah, no, I've been lifting a lot. It's like in college, like I was walking to like the dining hall back, the gym back, practice back, and like the steps would just add up.
yeah,
Now I'm home. I can't really go anywhere. I
yeah,
haven't driven in 3 months. Haven't even tried to drive, and then I'm 18, so like I haven't driven that long. It's not like you have to like learn back into it like at that point,
yeah,
and it's just garbage because I left like a week before, and like all my friends that are at county college are still here, but like nobody who went to like an actual school is back yet. So
yeah. That's how I feel right now too. I haven't been back home yet since this year started, but so I'm leaving. I'm actually down in Missouri right now at my girlfriend's house,
yeah,
chilling until I leave. I go back home for Thanksgiving on Wednesday, so I'm about to get back home right now and see all the boys and stuff like that. But I'll be back in. I'll be back up in Iowa in 5 days. I'm really
yeah. What
on my
what did you
school
wrestle
stuff.
for? Iowa Central or?
No, I go to the it's a new program called Indian Hills. So
Oh, okay. Iowa
the
Central is like the big JUCO, right?
yeah over there in Iowa that's probably who's ranked the highest.
Yeah,
But we're gonna take it to them this year. It's gonna be
yeah.
a
Go
fun one.
for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
a fun
don't
one.
like Iowa in general, so. I mean, you're from. That
I'm
didn't
from
make any
Florida.
sense on my part, but all right. Yeah. So, you keep up with like you have a flow account. You keep up with like flow events.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do keep up with everything.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, they want to say like it's not worth it. Like I got a flow subscription, a Rockfin subscription. Like
Yeah,
that's really.
I gotta hop on the Rofkin right now. I'm not.
Yeah.
I've been cheating it out a little bit, going to see
Yeah.
my friends with it, but it's go. It's
Yeah.
dope. We actually have a girl on our because we opened up a in 1 year we opened up a boys team and a girls team,
Okay.
and we have a girl named Gina on our team, and she's wrestling on that Wisconsin card with Meredith and South Girls.
What's her name?
Gina Marie. It's a girl from Puerto Rico. She's really good. She's
I'll
gonna
be
be
sure to
wrestling.
keep an eye out for
I
that
think
one.
she's wrestling Austin Gomez's little sister.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
dope.
so that's gonna be our first. That's probably gonna be our first girl. Go out there and show up on. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, look, she was Indian Hills. What the hell's that? And then
Yeah.
help out the recruiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Harvard got a girls wrestling team too going now.
Yeah, it's sick.
I think it might be just a club, but like either way, like that's a big step
Whatever.
out
It's
there.
just it's wrestling.
Yeah.
That's growing. Getting more asses in the seats at national. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
dude. I'd be paying a shit ton of money just to make content for this page.
Shit, really? That's
Yeah,
dope,
like
man.
it's literally $12.50 a month for Flow, $10 a month for Rockfin. I paid for Linktree Plus. I don't know why I did that. For just one custom layout. Like we're gonna we're gonna start making podcasts every day. Try to garner out that 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and see what happens.
That's sick, bro. Keep going for it, bro. You
Yeah.
got a pretty big Instagram following already. You
Yeah, I
got like
mean it's
13K.
been like a year and a half too,
Yeah,
so it's not
whatever,
like
bro.
yeah.
That's chilling, man. You know what I mean? You gotta start
Yeah.
something.
It's all but yeah, no, I'm just trying to create longevity at this point.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to have it be like until like Instagram goes away, you know?
Yeah, that's dope. For
It's
real.
theoretically my goal, you don't want to get a job or anything like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, just create as many income streams as possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dope shit.
You wrestled high school in Florida, right?
Yep.
Okay. Any school that I would know or
Well, see, like, if we actually see, I hate to say that because, like, and then because then everybody, pretty much says that about their decent team. But we had a pretty good team. Somerset Academy, little
okay.
KP12. They're freaking every year. I maybe because this program's kind of new too, only been 10 years old or whatever. I was part of their
Yeah.
ninth year because I transferred there too. I transferred there as a junior in high school. I transferred over there. But for the past 10 years, you know what I mean, multiple state champions. Freaking, I think they already passed for a state qualifier. I think they already passed the 100 mark.
Okay.
So it's a great program, great coaching staff over there. But we never got it done. We had Lake Highland Prep in our state bracket.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
There's 3A. So pretty much if we would go back and look at it, like my old coach showed me that it was like if we look at how many kids that lost to Lake Highland Prep, a nationally ranked kid, in the semis or finals, we'd have 8 more state champions or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
that's tough.
it would have been a lot better. You know what I mean? And then we get to state tournament, it'd be underperforming. You know what I mean? But last year, I was already gone. They took second to state behind Lake Highland, but now Lake Highland moved up to Prep Nationals. So
Yeah.
now this upcoming year, they're gonna make a run to actually win it. It's theirs to lose. More
At
than that.
Prep Nationals?
No. My school
Oh, I
state.
was about to say Lake Highland's about
Yeah.
to get smacked at Prep Nationals.
Oh no, they're going to Prep Nationals.
Yeah, they're getting smacked by like Blair Academy and Sam.
Yeah, I don't know about getting smacked, but they'll be. They're just gonna.
Oh,
They're just gonna get better now because now if they can go to Prep Nationals, now they can have a Prep National schedule. They're gonna recruit way more.
oh, that's
I don't know
Bergen.
about beating Blair or Bergen they beat Bergen already.
Bergen's not Prep.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Bergen's
you're
not
right.
Prep.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I'm sorry.
You got Sam. You got
Damn. Yeah, that's my bad. You're right.
Buchanan from California.
Yeah.
But if you look at again schools like Blair, like it's not even like these schools recruit that hard. It's like kids want to go there.
Yeah, and that's why, and I think kids are just gonna want to end up going to Lake Highland Prep too after a while because they're just
Yeah.
as of right now, if you look at that Prep now, I think they're probably going in maybe ranked like fourth,
Yeah. No,
third.
like they're good at school. I think the problem runs into like you're in Florida, like the demand for wrestling isn't that high. And
Yeah,
how many guys actually want to come down from like that upper East Coast area?
yeah,
Or
definitely.
wrestling's pretty big in Cali right now too.
Yeah,
So who's really gonna come
definitely.
there? with all these huge prep schools in Cali, you have the opportunity to go to Blair Academy if you're good enough. St. Benedict's up there, which
Yeah.
is like a lower level prep school. It's Christian Brothers Academy. Or you could straight in Pennsylvania, you have Wyoming Seminary. If you're good
Yeah.
enough. Because if you look at Blair, they have like three top one nationally ranked kids.
Yeah.
They have Mark Anthony McGowan, who won a cadet gold medal.
Florida State champ.
Yeah, is he
Another
really?
kid from Florida. Yeah.
Oh,
Florida
that's
State champ
dope.
as an eighth grader.
Yeah, again, like that. I think that's kind of the bad part right there.
Yeah. Just
Like
losing kids.
guys, like he had to go out to get better competition.
Yeah. Yeah, losing kids. But I
Yeah,
think, yeah, I think, but at the time, Lake Highland was still considered, Florida. They're still sponsored by FHSCA, which is like the Florida Athletic Association.
yeah,
So I think now that they got that, first off, I think now they can keep their kids a lot easier.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, say, like Nick Bouzakis was there, and Nick Bouzakis went to, Wyoming Sim,
yeah,
and now he's number one ranked wrestler in the
yeah.
world.
But
But
again, the problem there, like like you're wrestling a Florida-based schedule. Like even if you get the funding and money to go to other states and stuff, that's just a lot of stress on you at that
yeah, a
point.
lot of travel. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
That's not a thing you want to really deal with as a high school dude.
Yeah,
Like
kind
you
of.
probably realize that in college. You probably don't take planes that much at all, if
Nah,
any.
we get on the bus and we go.
Yeah. If someone's like cross country, you're still heading on a bus.
Yeah. Huh? Across the
Yeah.
country? Really, I didn't really wrestle that much of a schedule last year.
No, okay. So what I'm saying is like, obviously you didn't have a national tournament. But say if I'm in New Jersey, I wrestle in Pennsylvania, Shippensburg. It's like an hour away from Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I theoretically make the national tournament, I don't know where exactly it is. Changes every year. Say if it's in California, they're not gonna make us hop on a bus there. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, they'll put you on a plane. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Oh, what I just do?
And my ass is not gonna fit in that seat. That's the worst part. But that'd be like a great experience because I think yeah, because in high school, like, my senior season, I thought I was set to go make a run for state tournament. We haven't had a state qualifier since like 2013. I just got extremely, honestly, the pure fact of the matter is I didn't get it done, but like I think pretty much everything went wrong for me that season. It wasn't a bad season to show for. It was like 26-10, but I got fourth in the district where top three make it out. The kid who beat me was a rider commit, so it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's all about what you do afterwards.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like
And
even when I didn't make the tournament, like I just went to go watch. Like,
yeah, just go. Yeah,
yeah, like I didn't even have that feeling. It's like, oh, I should have been here. I should have done that. It was like I was just enjoying myself at that point.
yeah. Part of it sucked for me my senior year too, because there wasn't really a weight class where I can go, to make a run for a title. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And if you're coming out of Florida and you want to be a stud, you're making a run for a title. You're not,
yeah,
you're not looking to place. You know what I mean? It's not really.
yeah. I think one of my teammates wrestled in Florida.
Oh, sick.
Alexi Castro.
I know that name. He's from
Yeah,
down south, huh? No.
no.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I know that name, but
He wrestles 97 for us. He's coming from like 230. Dude's massive.
yeah, I know that name, but yeah, I didn't have a weight class to go make a run for. If I was supposed to make it down to 26, and then weight cert, I messed up my weight cert, whatever, and then I bumped up 38 my senior year, probably weighing like 33, 34,
Yeah, okay.
and made one district, whatever. That's easy, but the regional final, I drew number 7 kid in the nation, so I was like, whatever, bro.
Yeah,
It
I
is what it
mean,
is. Made the regional finals and then made the state semis and then lost to the number 12 kid in the nation. You know what I
they got
mean?
they got they got a good amount of ranked kids in Florida.
Yeah, I mean I had 2 nationally ranked kids in my state bracket. Pretty
Was that just your bracket or was that like all of them?
Nah, not all of them, but there was a couple. There was a couple. We had
Yeah,
some
I
really
was
good.
about to say.
We had some really good kids over there. You know what I mean?
Because I
But
rarely see top 10 ranked kids coming out of Florida.
yeah, the thing about it is that we don't. Again, there's no funding for wrestling down here, so we have a lot of studs from down south, Central Florida, pretty much everywhere that they don't get to compete anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They stay wrestling, freaking the same 20 teams a season, freaking 20 minutes away from their house because they can't really afford to go nowhere else. But we have studs that freaking that'll go out and national rankings easy if they fucking were able to afford it. But
Yeah,
that's what
that's
that's what the problem is.
yeah, and that's why a lot of these like Pennsylvania guys, because that's where a lot of tournaments are.
Yeah.
They're able to get
But,
ranked a lot easier.
yeah, I promise you, there's like two or three teams that if they would go to the Powerade and they of course they wouldn't place as a team like that, but they definitely get a couple placers that nobody even knows their name. And
Yeah,
then when they finally do get to go to tournaments like say like Disney Duels and then freaking or like Michigan Grappler or anything like that, they go out there and they freaking place and they're like, who the hell is this kid? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's why you see a lot of these rankings. Like, he won't say rankings don't mean anything, but like, I mean they do, but like they're a lot like subjective to a point if you think
Yeah.
about it.
It just getting your name out there. You know what I mean? That's part. Rankings don't mean anything for me. They don't matter to me or whatever. But I mean, if you have your name on national ranking right there, that helps you out in the future because a school's gonna look at you and be like, oh, I saw this kid's name before. It's just a familiar name now. So now we can go recruit you. You know what I mean? Now you can get your name on that ranking. All you gotta do is type in your name, and now you're gonna be able to find videos of you wrestling. No, that's how now you get recruited and shit like that. But now, even if your name never touches that ranking, then nobody's really gonna know who you are.
Yeah,
You got more.
I think a lot of guys. I think Jersey's probably one of the luckier states because you can be a Pennsylvania State placer. Penn State's not going to want anything to do with you unless
Nah.
you're a multiple time champ
Yeah. Of
or
course.
at least a one time champ at a stacked weight class.
Yeah.
But in Jersey, you see a lot of these guys placing last year, and then Rutgers just takes them in.
Which is great too, man. You know what I
But I
mean?
don't think they're giving them a lot of money. That's the thing.
Fine, whatever,
Yeah,
bro. But that's their choice of going there. You know what I mean? At
yeah,
least they get that option. There's no option like that in Florida right now. Like we
yeah.
got Florida opened up. We have 3 wrestling programs in Florida right now. All 3 of them are NAIA. One
Yeah,
sub.
yeah, Lakeview, right?
No, LifeView is in Georgia.
Really?
LifeView in Georgia. Yeah. They're in LA. I think they're Marietta, which is close to Atlanta. But
So it's like really close by to Florida, though.
yeah, that's probably the best. That's probably well. So life it goes in Florida. There's SEU, which is pretty much always the top 15 team in the nation.
Hmm.
NAI, which they're pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so it's SEU, Kaiser University, and St. Thomas. Which Kaiser is probably 2 years old, and St. Thomas this is their first year. My best friend actually wrestles for St. Thomas.
I've heard
But
of Kaiser, but
yeah, but it's not. Those programs aren't. SEU's great. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They have a squad.
it's
And
also
then
hard to get into at that point.
yeah, that's one thing. It's hard as hell to get into. You know what I mean? Plus, there's so other than SC, so it being so hard to get into, and like that's also a religious school that you have to go to classes for religious. If you're not
Yeah,
looking for that, where are you gonna go? You know what I mean? Kaiser isn't a program that you know what I mean. I won't hate on them like that because I got people that go there, but
yeah,
it's like it isn't a program that you're just gonna be able to go straight into. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you're not gonna get that real college experience there. Not it's probably really not their fault because I mean how can they afford to travel anywhere? You know what I mean? They're all the way down south. You know what I mean? Thinking like, no, how are you expecting to travel every weekend? You know, I mean,
yeah,
taking a bus every weekend, it's hard to afford it. But yeah, I think that if Florida starts opening up more, it doesn't have to be Division 1, but I mean, a JUCO, a couple JUCOs or two. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't think they're gonna have the potential to open up a Division 1 school for a while. I
Nah,
think
I
they
don't think I
might
don't.
be able.
I couldn't even name one.
I
A
think they
school.
might. I would say they might be able to open like one or two Division 3, Division 2 schools.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's the
I'm
money
think.
that's the problem there,
Yeah,
though.
I'm thinking that I'm thinking that they should really just invest in NAI schools.
I would say Florida State could have a wrestling program, but I see the real problem there is like you see all these schools like Alabama, Clemson,
There
the
won't be no.
whole
It would just be a problem to travel still,
yeah.
because they're not ACC. So
Oh
what division would you put them in?
no, they would just switch conferences. That's what Mizzou did.
Oh,
Mizzou's in
they
the
went from
SEC.
they went from Mizzou, but they're in the
SEC.
SEC.
Yeah, they went to the MAC for wrestling
Mm, yeah,
because I think they're the one school that didn't have too great a football team. You know how the whole Title IX scholarships and
yeah,
everything like that. I think that would impact a team like Florida State that's ranked that highly, puts that much money into football.
yeah. Well,
University of Tallahassee is that one or not?
no, well that's Florida State pretty much.
Nah.
Florida State's in Tally, and then they got UCF, which UCF has a pretty good club team.
No, but they have a really good football team. Again, that's
Yeah,
that's why it gets harder for them to put
that's where it
out.
gets harder. Yeah,
like if you want kids to come to Division I schools, like you're gonna have to be able to put out money for a lot of these kids.
Yeah,
And if you can't do that,
definitely.
that kind of just raises other problems there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Florida should really go down the NAIA route, like just go full send on it.
Yeah.
Add like maybe four more
NAIA
teams.
is still 4 year schools though, right?
Yeah, it's 4 year university and stuff
So
like that.
JUCOs are 2 years.
Yeah,
See, I
JUCO's
had this
2 years.
conversation. I still don't know the difference. I know one is like county colleges, junior colleges. They
Yeah,
try to get
well,
you schools. What's the difference between like NAIA and D3 then?
um, honestly, bro, NAI they give you more money than Division 3.
That's really it. All right.
Yeah, and there's still good wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The freaking Grandview's in there. You know, Lakeview has Lakeview has
Yeah.
a squad right now
Yeah,
that
they do.
they
Did you
might
see
be
they
able to
beat a
take.
team 46 to -1?
Yeah,
I
that was.
watched that.
I actually watched that. I had a couple of friends wrestle in that
Yeah.
duel.
Where do you watch it? Is it on Flow?
No, that was on like the what do you call that? Like their school pages, athletics page, whatever.
Is it free?
Yeah, it was free.
All
Live.
right, I might check it out if I see
Yeah,
if I can find
you
it.
could check it out. Yeah,
All
they
right,
got
sure.
like flat. They don't have like no commentators on it, but you can like hear
Yeah,
everything.
because
And it's
I've
good.
started to look at like a lot more like non D1 wrestling.
Yeah,
Because you
I
know,
think that got me better.
yeah. Because again, you see these guys like a lot of guys don't go D1 because of the money and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But then I remember there's one thing, Johnson and Wales. I think
Johnson and Wales. Yep.
this 125, like Jay Albus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know he is.
Wrestled the Rutgers 125 and teched him in the first period.
Yeah. I'm
And
telling you,
then
you
yeah,
you can go ahead and watch go ahead and watch a Grandview duel and say that these
yeah,
kids can't and say that these
yeah,
kids
no,
can't wrestle
100%.
D1.
I'm
These kids
looking
are
at
dogs.
this NAIA. Are you an you're an NAIA, right?
No, I'm a JUCO kid right now. I transferred.
You know who Brandon Reed is?
You gotta tell me the school.
Lindsey Wilson.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
uh.
You ever see this kid wrestle?
That's talking about the heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he wrestled because they dueled my old school last year.
Yeah.
So my
How
heavyweight
bad
was
was
pretty.
it?
Not that bad. Maybe it was a good match. My heavyweight over here is pretty good right now
What's
too.
his name?
Josh Isaac. Joshua Isaac. He's pretty good.
Isaac.
He's ranked number 9 right now.
I
Yeah.
mean, I still assume Reed might take it to him a little bit.
Yeah. Oh well, he took it to him, but it was a
Yeah.
good match though.
I
That's who
mean,
you.
dude, like that dude's solid. Like he wrestled
Yeah.
You're in Missouri. You know Zach Elam.
Zach Elam's a dog. Yep.
Yeah. You know what? Guess what the score of that match was between Brandon Reed and Zach Elam?
I wouldn't know. Like what major?
No, it was a 12-15 match.
Oh, that's
Zach
great.
Elam barely won. And Elam made the Blood Round Nationals that year, you know?
Yeah.
I think, again, a guy like Reed kind of gets, you want to say he's a dog, like he is, but like he kind of gets screwed over to the point where, like, he's not going to have that Division I competition.
Yeah.
Because you have Zach Elam who gets to practice with Don Bradley every day.
Yeah.
Like that's the
You're
third
right.
best guy in the country right now.
Yeah. Dom. I like Dom.
Yeah,
I seen. I got to meet Dom last year at a tournament.
I did. I think I did a podcast with him. I think it was like episode 18. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's probably like he looks so intimidating. He's probably like one of the most chill dudes you'll ever meet.
I watched him throw Desi. I think it was. I don't know. I remember it was Desi or
Hassan?
somebody. No. He threw someone into the at senior nationals. He threw.
Into the table.
Huh?
Into the table.
I think if I'm mistaken, it was into the bleachers.
If it was into the table, it was Yusuf Hamida.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was in the
Okay,
table.
I don't think he threw anybody into the bleachers.
Yeah, it was Hermida. Yeah.
Dude, you know what I can't wait to see? At senior nationals, you know how Dom got fucked over by the refs in the semis?
Yeah, I was there.
I'm telling you, this man
I watched him live.
This man is gonna body the living shit out of Mason Paris. Dude,
I like Mason.
I know
Man.
Paris
Mason,
doesn't already like me, but you have to consider Mason Paris literally doesn't have any superior technique.
he's just too much of an athlete.
He's just strong.
He's an athlete.
Dom is stronger. He's really not that athletic as
Dude,
as
he's
he
an
looks
athlete,
like.
bro. Dude, he's an athlete.
Really, compared to Gable, compared to Kirkliet,
I think not compared to those. Not
compared to Tony Cassiope, yeah, he's an athlete. He doesn't have any superior footwork. I doubt he's taken down Dom Bradley, honestly. And if Dom gets a finger,
what score did that? What was the score of that match? How that score? How that Dom and who did Dom get fucked over by?
He was against Tanner Hall, right? You know how Dom likes to play his matches like more conservative, right?
Yeah.
He's up 3-1, right? He gets one takedown, 10 seconds in the match, gets a push out off the guy's shot. He's just chilling, right? The ref calls a caution in one and another caution in one in like 2 seconds. With 2 seconds left, Dom starts charging, trying to get a push out at least. And then, the match just ends like an inch away from that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not picking Mason Paris over Don Bradley until I see Mason Paris beat him.
Yeah.
Like I get he tech Tanner Hall pretty easily. You
Pretty
also have to
easily.
realize
That was an asshole.
you also have to realize like Mason Paris locked up a gut wrench. And that's really
Yeah.
it. It wasn't anything crazy. I think if Dom felt like turning him, he could have. Because Dom teched Hilger 10-0.
Yeah.
And that really shocked me too. Those are like I think honestly Hilger is probably my favorite heavyweight in college and Dom's probably the favorite one at senior level. So
All
it kind of
right.
shows like talent gap there.
Going through heavyweight. I mean,
You know what's even more crazy? Gable versus Gwiz is going to go down.
at this RTC Cup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who you got winning that?
I don't know. I picked Gable.
I kind of want Spartan to win it, but
Oh, like that? Yeah, Spartan. Spartan's a team with Dom, right? And Kyle Dake and everybody.
no. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spartan's team
no,
with Domino.
it's not going to be close. Spartan's taking that.
I
Especially
don't
how
know.
good Vito's been doing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to pick the New Jersey RTC, obviously, because I'm from Jersey, but I'm gonna have to look through the teams again. I don't really look through the heavyweights.
Yeah. So, Jack Mueller, Pat Glory.
I think Mueller's probably getting that spot for freestyle.
I think Pat wins that actually.
For freestyle, Mueller's
Yeah.
like a freestyle, like
I mean Jack.
he hasn't been doing as good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, didn't he just get whooped by not whooped, but let me
By
not say.
Roman Bravo Young.
Yeah, RBY just beat him, right?
Yeah, 8-4.
And then he lost back to back too, because then he wrestled like 2 matches back to back. Or was that Sammy Alvarez?
Nah, I don't think anybody wrestled back to back.
I forgot who it was.
No,
Yeah.
but I don't think 8-4 is bad in freestyle.
No, it
It's a
wasn't. Yeah, of course.
guy,
I said that wrong. I used the
Roman's
wrong
guy
word.
who could very well be a national champ next season too.
Yeah.
Like Mueller's a guy who just came onto the scene after he beat Sebastian Rivera that one year.
Yeah. We really did.
Yeah, but
Well, he was undefeated. He was undefeated all that year, though. They actually kind of slept on him.
I mean, he's also in the what's he in the ACC?
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough schedule. You gotta wrestle NC State. I don't care who you're wrestling NC
Yeah,
State.
he lost in the ACC finals
This
year.
year
Yeah.
to the NC State kid, right? I
Jacob
think.
Camacho.
Yeah, Camacho. So
Yeah, that kind of shocked me. I had honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to see Pat Glory beat Spencer Lee.
no.
I don't know if it's probably not gonna happen.
I live in Iowa. This entire state will burn down if that man loses. Let me tell you, it will burn
I'm
down.
sorry, dude. Like I have nothing against the guy. I just really like Pat. I just wanted everybody wants to see like him lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's what happens when you're the best in the world.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
obviously.
because he will be the best in the world.
It's like how people were hyped when Jaden Cox. People thought Bo Nick was about to be Jaden Cox. Like that's just stupid in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I thought it was actually gonna go to 3 matches, and I had Jaden Cox winning, but I thought it was gonna be 3 matches.
Yeah, I honestly had Jaden Cox win like 7-0.
See, with me, my favorite wrestler. I always get clowned on for it is Zahid.
No, I like that pick.
Yeah. So that's my favorite wrestler.
I had Zahid beating Burroughs 8-7.
I had it actually being 5-4, which that's what score was for a little bit, and then
yeah, I think the problem like when I think about scores, I look through like the whole matchup. Like I don't just make a score like he's here, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say I look at the entire match. I was like he's gonna take him down first, which he did, and then it was gonna end. First period was gonna end 2-1. Then he was gonna get a push out, and then you're gonna take him down. You're gonna get the last takedown to win it. So
what I have to say is like I didn't expect anybody to get gas, which is kind of what shocked me there.
Oh, he was tired.
I don't know if he just hasn't been in the room at all. But like I think the worst pick people made was picking Sammy Sasso to beat Tyler.
Oh yeah, Tyler Berger's a dog.
People don't realize like Tyler Berger's practices with James Green
every single day.
And Jordan Burroughs every single day. And you don't want to pick against this man.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. Well, I mean, people really people really thought that Echemendia was gonna whoop up on
Henderson, yeah.
yeah. I was like,
I had a guy straight up tell me, "You're fucking stupid," and I will be back here tomorrow after Echemendia texts Evan Henderson.
yeah, right.
And then I text him right after the match. I'm like, "What was that? 8-3."
Henderson drill partner is Johnny Diaco.
Yeah, now that's crazy. I mean, okay, see, I have another opinion I need to share, but I feel bad about this. I don't think Yanni's gonna make the Olympic team. I think Zane's gonna make it.
I think
But
I
the
think I
reasoning
think you're
behind,
wrong on both. I think you're wrong on both
I think
counts.
it could be Jo,
I think it's Jo.
but you also have to realize it all depends on the seeding. If Jo meets Yanni, he's gone. If Jo meets Zane, it's 50-50.
My pick at 65 was gonna be and always gonna be Pat Luga until he's out.
I like Pat Luga. I just don't
I,
think he has the freestyle prowess yet.
he's a rough. I mean, he
He
made
also
the.
he's going up against Yanni. I think is just too slick for him.
I want to see. We'll see at that. I want to see what happens at that 8-man thing because he has to wrestle. He has to wrestle Gauntlet there too because he has. I think he's gonna end up.
You know, honestly, I think Bajrang is going to run through that.
I think that's who he's gonna end up having first round. So we'll see what happens.
It's a tech fall listen to
I
me.
don't know. I don't think JO's
Dude,
gonna.
I am Indian. I'm picking Bajrang. Nobody's going to tell me different. Okay, but like realistically, I think the one guy that can give him a chance is Jordan Oliver. Or I don't know how well Anthony Ashnault's been doing, but like if he made some big moves in the offseason, which he very well could have,
He's
he
been
could very
hurt.
well take out
Hasn't he
somebody.
been hurt? Didn't he get hurt?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know.
I think it was like a
He
year ago.
followed,
He got hurt against James Green. I think. I don't
he
know.
coaches at a school like right next to me too.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I met him at a tournament, dude. He's probably like the most chillest guys ever.
Yeah, that's chilling.
Yeah.
He went. He went to Colazo. He went to the Princeton coach and went. He went like this is the Princeton coach. I'll never
And
get over
he
it.
deserved it.
Oh hell yeah! Princeton coach was
Deserved
talking
it.
shit.
I couldn't score a single point. I was like, that's 10 points. The coach was like, I give him props for that after the match.
Yeah.
What I think was really messed up was when after he beat Caden Jaffeller and then he went like that.
I think that shit was fun.
I mean,
like.
yeah. No, that
I
was
like
straight
it,
disrespect.
man.
Like the guy didn't do anything to you, you know?
Like it's wrestling. Beat him next time.
Yeah. I mean, he's not.
Beat him
And then
next
he
time.
proceeded to go 0-2 in Nationals as a 7
Yeah.
That was funny.
I don't like Okie State that much.
I don't either, but like I think there's I liked Derek White a bit.
Yeah, no.
And you don't know who that is?
I know who it is. Derek White, the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who.
I think he was a little bit underrated. Like he was solid. He just didn't have any like anything
Well,
crazy with him.
he was the one that beat Kassar that season, right?
Sudden scuffle, yeah.
He beat Kassar. That's why Kassar went in as a 3.
Oh, okay, no. So that happened because yeah, it did happen because of that, and also the reason Kassar wasn't the 1 seed and Gable the 2 had to do with Derek White actually winning his conference.
Oh, really? Yeah.
The thing is, White almost lost to Matt Stencil in the quarters, and he almost lost to Jordan Wood in the semis. But you know, like, I'll take a second. Like he got to the finals. Like
He beat the hell out of Neville's, right?
Nick Neville's.
That's who he beat from Fresno, right? When he made the finals at in the Big 12.
I think I know AJ Neville's that would have been a close match. I think it was like a 1 or 2 point match. Neville's a solid dude.
I thought he like pinned him.
No, I don't think anybody pins AJ Neville's. Maybe Gable Stevenson does. I don't think anybody else pins him. Because I know Derek White beat Nick Neville's 4-0 that year. And Neville's was the backup at that point, so. Yeah, what are your picks, though?
What, NCAAs?
Yeah, just in general.
I'll go through everything. So I'll go.
Go for it.
25, Spencer Lee.
All right.
Runs it.
Okay, 30, I don't know about runs through it, but, you know.
You run through it. There won't be.
I think Glory holds him 6 minutes.
Who?
I think Glory takes him the full 7 minutes, but.
Oh, of course, but I don't think Glory will ever be up in the match.
He was up the last time they wrestled.
What, it was maybe 2-1?
Huh?
1?
He hit a 4-point tilt on him. He went up 6-3. And then Lee ended up winning 9-5, I think. Okay. I mean, Lee won. That's really all that matters. But I think, again, Glory's probably the strongest 125-pounder out there.
Yeah, he's big. He's pretty big.
I saw when I was a sophomore, he was a senior, right? Like I'm like just getting into lifting. We used to use kettlebell cleans and press. I used to use like a 50-pound kettlebell. I see Glory doing this with 80s, weight wrestling 126.
Yeah, I was like, nah, he's too big.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
mean
good
I
match.
can do those now, but like
I'll tell you right now though, I don't know if Glory beats Vito, but Vito's not wrestling. But
I think that's 100% new as Glory. Versus Ivy
oh,
League too.
all right. So let's say are we talking if they're coming back or no? If they're
No,
wrestling.
let's just keep it. Listen, we're keeping Ivy League schools in there. We're
Oh,
getting
okay, I got you. All right. 33. See, my favorite 33 is nobody likes my favorite 33, but
I
Mickey
don't know.
Filippi. Mickey Filippi.
I like Philippi from Pitt.
I've got
He's not my favorite.
he's
You
my
know,
favorite dude at
honestly, my
33.
favorite is Sammy Alvarez.
Sammy Alvarez is a dog. Sammy Alvarez can beat
I'm
anybody.
gonna be honest. I think Sammy Alvarez, Roman Bravo Young, Stevan Micic, Mickey Philippi
That's a
are
wait.
guys that are contention for this title.
Yeah, that's
There's
a wait.
definitely one or two more that I'm forgetting about.
DeSanto.
I don't think he is. Like honestly, I
Oh,
think
but
all
he's
these
def,
guys.
but if he's a top four guy, you won't doubt it. You won't doubt him being a top four guy at that weight.
I could see him making the finals. I just can't see him winning it.
Winning it, yeah, of course I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
think
he's
I
there.
think I think this I think Alvarez takes it to him. If you saw Alvarez in high school, dude made the state
Oh, well,
finals four
I've
times.
always kept up Alvarez. I forgot who he beat. He
Beat
beat
Robert Howard in overtime.
yeah, that's okay, yeah.
That's
And
why Howard was a four-time state finalist, two-time champ.
yeah,
Lost his freshman year to Antonio Menino. He's at Drexel right now.
yeah.
Beat Mitch Polito, who's at Lehigh his sophomore year. Lost to Sammy Alvarez his junior year and beat Mackenzie Bell, who's at Rider now, his senior year. But Sammy Alvarez, he lost to Anthony Clark, I think, twice, and he lost to somebody else his freshman year. His senior year, he goes in as a 2 seed. Everybody's down him. Takes Howard to overtime and gunslings him immediately. Gets the
Is
two.
Sam is Sammy even gonna start?
Yeah, 100%.
Sirianni's not.
Soriano's going to 25.
So then you got to throw Sirianno down there too. Double guys,
I
because
don't see that becomes the problem here. I think Fix is the biggest competition if they drop to 25. Because Fix didn't cut weight to make 33 last year, I don't think.
yeah, but I still think that Spencer Lee beats Fix pretty bad. Not
No,
pretty bad, but
that's gonna be a good match.
I don't know. I don't
Fix
know.
is superior on his feet, 100%.
Yeah,
Fix is superior on bottom. It all comes down to who's better on top. I don't think you can underrate Fix's
yeah,
top game either.
but
Spencer Lee has the ability to turn. Fix has the ability to ride. That's the only thing. But I also think Fix has the ability to not get turned. And few guys do against Spencer
Dame
Lee.
Fix is pretty. Yeah, I don't know about that match.
It's a
Honestly,
low scoring match.
I know. If you talked about me in that match in freestyle, Spencer Lee wins that match all day. I think.
That's debatable. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I have Thomas Gilman as my pick. I don't think Lee beats him yet.
I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know.
Gilman is the guy with like the
Gilman's in a,
tenacity that like you either love or hate him.
but who's in? But as of right now, who's in the better room right now?
Gilman.
Probably Gilman,
Yeah.
because he got RBY in there with him, and
Yeah, no, I think Gilman, like after what I saw what he did to Darian Cruz, dude.
oh yeah, that was
And
nasty.
I don't see Spencer Lee hitting any parterre offense on him, to be honest.
No, yeah,
Like any of those guys in that level, honestly. I think Vito's a guy that can't be counted out.
yeah, he's gonna be he's a toss up there too.
Yeah. I
You're right.
honestly I had Alvarez beating Vito. That's kind of my
Nah,
fault. I thought
yeah,
Alvarez had the size advantage, but I didn't realize how freestyle savvy Vito was. I think
Vito,
Roman Bravo Young, honestly, if he makes that cut to 57, I think it is,
yeah. I wish
he
he
could.
was there.
I think he beat Spencer Lee.
I don't know, and he's open to it too. I want to see them just wrestle it out of
Yeah,
event already. Just do a little event like how they've been
yeah.
doing at Rafkin.
Yo, did you hear about I think the biggest one was Ed Ruth coming back to wrestling.
Yeah, he went to NC State.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought him and Kale were still on good terms, so he just come back to
Well,
Line.
I think he trained with Darian Cruz, not Darian
I
Cruz,
think he might just live there,
Codwell.
honestly.
I think he trained with wasn't it Caldwell
Yeah,
for NC State,
yeah.
which he actually just got submitted last night, pretty bad. He
Who?
got the Caldwell. He got
Yeah.
submitted like
By who?
70. AJ McKee.
I'm not that big into like combat
MMA.
sports.
Yeah, no,
No,
I'm pretty big
I
into
think the
it.
only really one I've ever watched was Bo Nickel versus Gordon Ryan,
Bo Nickal suplexing.
but that was a big letdown. He shouldn't have went for that suplex. That was a bad move right there.
Yeah,
Because then he
funny
gets
shit
submitted
though.
with the triangle right away. Like,
Yeah, funny shit though.
props to him for going out there, but it just wasn't going to end well either way.
Tony Ramos did the same thing.
With who?
I think it was with Ryan's little brother or something like that.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think the thing is, like, it's hard to. Bo was saying he had zero experience. That's hard to believe.
Would you just yeah? Well, I don't doubt it. That kid's been wrestling since he
Yeah,
was a diaper, so
yeah,
pretty much.
dude, he's
Whatever.
insane. The fact that I'm gonna be honest, I think he's gonna fall off.
Who?
Bo Nickel at 86.
I think
I'm gonna be honest. Look at the guys at 86. David Taylor's top dog. I think David
he's
Taylor.
one.
I think the one person who's gonna keep a close match with David Taylor is gonna be Bo Nickel, just because they wrestle every day in the room.
I think that if you look at that 86, I think top four
It
would be
goes David Taylor, Miles Martin, Bo
no
Nickel.
way.
Yeah,
No way.
it
That's
goes
not
Zahid,
Heat second.
Zahid, then Miles Martin, then
Maybe.
Bo Nickel, then Alex
May,
Derringer. No, that's where the
yeah.
rankings are. That's it's. No, I'm saying that's where the rankings are.
Yeah, that's what the rankings are. But I'm like,
I'm gonna be honest. Like I like Zahid
Darren,
and all. I think
Darren can get that match. Darren can get that match against Miles Martin right back. He
he
can
can
get
get the
that.
match against Bo right back too. That was 1-0 on criteria.
Yeah. So,
Like I think a
well,
lot of these guys are untouchable.
that match was kind of like iffy because yeah,
Yeah,
again, that was like they weren't really. As much as we can say that they're really training for that, that wasn't like out of like a real tournament. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
no, obviously.
At real
I
turn,
yeah, but I don't.
Derringer beat Zahid 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. At
I mean, Zahid's all. Derringer's also tech Zahid, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I mean, Derringer's obviously the
I meant he
most.
beat him twice. My bad.
Yeah,
He beat him twice at the same tournament.
yeah. I think David Taylor's. I don't think he's gonna be beaten. Obviously,
No, I think
I do. I do think, however, Miles Martin has Zahid's number soon.
no.
Unless I think if Zahid, there's a lot of shit that goes on with Zahid, like just like off the mat.
Yeah,
And if Zahid's good, I think he can give Taylor a run for his money. Not win,
yeah,
but I think he can keep competitive.
yeah. I thought
If
he
he's
was pretty.
not, I think
He was
Miles.
competitive with Kyle Dake.
Yeah, Kyle Dake's also not a guy with the offense of David Taylor. Kyle Dake has the defense.
Yeah, you're right.
I honestly thought Dake was gonna lose that match after Zahid took him down once.
I thought it was gonna go to 3. I had Dake in 3, but I'm a realist.
I'll be honest, I didn't even watch wrestling at that point in my life.
Oh no, I watch. I've been watching wrestling since I was a
Yeah,
freshman in
because
high
I
school.
only started wrestling my freshman year of high school. Now
Yeah,
I'm a
so
freshman in
did I.
college,
Yeah, so did I. So
and I didn't get a flow account until like my sophomore year.
yeah, I've been
Like I'm
watching.
paying for it myself too, so it's kind of expensive.
Sure that.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make the content, but
Yeah.
honestly, I think Martin has Bo's number.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that one.
I can say that 100% confidently.
But I don't know. We got to see it. I mean, they're supposed to. That's supposed to go down pretty
And
soon. I really wish that in this cup that they're doing right now, I really wish
yeah,
they took Penn State and
yeah,
freaking and Iowa in
because
there.
you know how everybody gives Miles Martin so much shit about the whole last national tournament and everything.
Oh yeah, we folded.
Like it happens. Like
Yeah,
it
of
sucks that it
course.
was his last year. He's still a national champ though. I posted a
Ain't
video of him
nobody,
beating Bo
nobody's ever
Nickel in
gonna
the
take.
national.
They
Yeah.
nobody can never take. He's a 4-time All American. Nobody's ever taken that shit away from him.
Same thing with Mark Hall.
Yeah.
Actually, he's not a four-time All-American, but theoretically he is.
Yeah,
We'll give him last
he
year.
probably would have won it
He's
his
still a
senior.
national champ. He won as a freshman. He lost to Heat the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Who did Miles Martin place behind? Senior year, obviously that's a choke. That's whatever.
I think his 84 year. Well, his first year 84.
First
He
year, 84, Gabe Dean and Bo Nickel made the finals. He beat
yeah
Bo Nickel at Big Tens, and I think Gabe Dean beat him.
yeah.
Right? And we go the next year, Bo obviously pinned him in the national finals.
Caught him too. Really just got caught in that move
Yeah.
in that little.
Honestly, I doubt Bo was setting that up too. I think he just found it and he went.
Oh, he just saw it. That's what happens when you freaking wrestle for freaking 20 years. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Bo at that point was like 20 years old. He's been wrestling since he was
Yeah.
3. So he's been wrestling 15 years. You just
I hate to say this one too, but I really have to. I think Kevin Gadsden takes out Kyle Snyder next time they wrestle.
I think neither. I don't care about either of them because
I
Jaden
think
Cox.
Cox gets a spot.
Yeah,
But
Jaden Cox beats them
something
both.
people have to realize: the last time Colin Moore and Jaden Cox wrestled, it was a 4-6 match.
Yeah.
And
But
Colin Moore matches up perfectly offensive with this guy.
was that at 90? Was that at 92?
That was at 97 in college. Colin Moore was a true freshman. Jaden Cox was a senior.
Now, well, I mean, Jaden Cox is in the room with him too. I think Jaden Cox is at
Yeah.
Ohio RTC, if I'm not mistaken.
Jaden Cox goes wherever he wants to.
Yeah, that's easy.
I mean, he's friends with everybody. I don't think anybody really hates him. Like, as long as you maintain the good relationships, you can go wherever.
Yeah, but so he's wrestling with Colin Moore every single day. So that match is gonna be.
But
That
I
match will
see
be
the
close
problem.
regardless.
You know, people are obviously speaking of a tech with Cox and Snyder.
No.
It's possible, like ability-wise, Cox is up here right now. The way Snyder's been performing, he's down here. But you know, the problem is the last time they wrestled, we all thought the same thing, right?
Yep.
Snyder won that match.
Well, we gotta see. We'll see what happens with it because I know for a fact Snyder's hurt right now.
Yeah, Snyder also has the ability to what's it called? To hand fight away from Cox's shots.
Yeah.
He'll disrupt that, and then that's kind of a thing that messes him up. And that's why Gadsden does so well. I think if Gadsden can get his hands locked on the throw on anybody, they're gone. Like
they're gonna.
If Gadsden gets that throw locked on Jaden Cox, he could very well be done for.
He's hurt too.
Yeah, I don't think his is that bad though. I think Kyle Snyder broke his ankle.
Well, you heard Kyle Snyder broke his ankle? I thought it was his
broke
knee.
His foot. He broke something.
I thought it was his knee, right?
It looked like his foot. I don't think it was his knee. Knee would make it a lot worse. But the problem there is Kyle Snyder gets the bye to the finals.
So he'll be. Oh yeah, whatever.
Again, the dude's already an Olympic champ. Like you're not gonna take that away from him.
I think Jaden Cox is gonna, eat his way all the way up. Then he's gonna have a good match.
I don't think he's taking. I don't think he's being Saju Live though. That's just I can't see it.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
I see Saju Live honestly winning 4 Olympic golds, or maybe even 5 if you can stay long enough. Become the first ever to do that.
Yeah, I don't see what's the reason of even doing that. To be honest with you,
To winning 5.
To staying in wrestling for that long.
Dude, would you not, like, say if the record was 4, you win 4, like, you're already a GOAT, right? If you see yourself lasting that last 4 years, why would you not go and try to win your 5th?
Because you can go make money doing something else.
You know how much these athletes get paid?
Someone like that, yeah, I guess you're right, but
yeah, I think Burroughs is not going to win the Olympic gold this year. I'm sorry, like it's not happening. I think Chimizo has his number right now.
No, not even.
No. What the fuck? No, not Chimizo. Sidakov has the number right now.
And Sidakov lost. Sidakov's not even the Russian representative.
Yeah, he's gonna get it back. He's gonna get it back.
Huh? He lost pretty soundly.
I hope you realize that if he loses, the guy who beat him is better.
He's better, yeah. I know what I'm saying, but it's not even Sidakov that's there.
Because I remember Saju Live lost to Wrestloff once too.
Did he?
No. Hold up. That was some stupid shit on my part. Never mind.
Yeah,
some other Russian dude. Who was it? No. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna say this right now with 100% confidence. If Chimizo and Dake wrestle, Chimizo takes it. Dake didn't deserve to win that last match. He caught a gut wrench, I think if they wrestle again, Chimizo makes.
That was a good match. That was a good match.
I doubt Chimizo too. I had honestly Dake 5-0.
No, I knew that was a good match.
Because I've never watched much of Chimizo. I watched this one defense. Like, Burroughs has the outside leg with a head outside single. Chimizo just puts his hands down. Right when Burroughs comes, he sits the corner and comes up for like the nastiest,
when he wrestled James Green in the World's Finals. That was a great match too.
I think the one problem with Chimizo might be looks a little small for 74 too.
Yeah, well he is. He was really a 70.
Yeah, but this is the Olympic year. Nobody cares.
Ain't nobody gonna get that 70s.
Like if they have a size advantage, they're gonna use that.
Yeah, of course.
Again, I don't know how well Dake's gonna do with this cut too.
I wish they added more weights. I think the way the U.S. can win more soundly is if they add all the weights in. But they're not gonna do that.
What do you mean add all the weights in?
If they add in like 61, if they add in like
61 for Greco, right?
No, 61 is just a non-Olympic year.
No, it's 65.
Yes, I'm saying. So no, that's for an Olympic year. For a non-Olympic year, it's 61.
There's 61 also.
Yeah, that's where like Nashon Garrett wrestles. It's like Nashon Garrett, which was also one of my favorite wrestlers, whatever.
Yeah.
He won't at 61. At 61, I think he can beat anybody in the world. type shit.
I didn't even know. I thought it was 57, 65.
No,
Oh,
it
no,
goes
57, 61,
yeah
65,
61.
74,
No,
79.
70. It goes 70
Yeah,
at the
no, 70,
70,
74,
74, 60,
79.
70. Yeah, I think it's 79. I think it stays 86. I don't think there's nothing between 86.
Yeah, and then 92,
92, and then 97, then heavyweight.
97, then, yeah.
Heavyweight. So yeah, I think if they keep that, then we have some dudes right there. Because then you can throw, like, then you can keep Kyle Snyder and freaking Jaden Cox away from each other.
I'm be honest. I think Colin Moore might be the future of 97.
No, man.
No, I'm saying that.
That's probably the worst way in NCAA's right now too. Just like throwing it out there.
197.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say.
197 isn't the same thing as 97 kgs though.
Yeah, I know, but it's like what? Maybe it's like 10 pounds. Not even
20. Guys cut from like 230 though to make 214.
yeah. So
I mean, that's at least like you can see some guy. You can see Greg Kirkland making that spot.
yeah. So that Kyle Snyder was wrestling heavyweight in college and it was making that
Yeah,
spot. So
yeah. No, Snyder low key played that way too close. A lot of his matches, like
Coon.
I'm kind of mad that he beat Adam Kuhn. Like I really want to
Yeah.
see Adam Kuhn win national title.
And
I really liked Kuhn.
I think Snyder was the future there, so I think that's why he took it. But
Obviously, I think if
no,
Gable and Snyder wrestle, it's not close though. But at this point, at least,
I don't know. I really hope Gable can beat Gwiz.
I mean, honestly, dude, I like Gwiz. I think either way, whoever makes a spot is taking third at the Olympics. Nobody's beating Taha Agul or Gianno Petriashvili.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
think
what
I
else.
think a guy people are really sleeping on. Like I've seen a lot of Division One wrestlers telling themselves like they would not be surprised if Don Bradley beat Gable Stevenson.
Oh yeah. They wrestled before too and it was close.
Yeah, no, I think Dom's like a guy like this is gonna be his last run. Obviously, dude's getting
Yeah.
old. You know, hopefully I can do like another podcast with him when he retires. Just go over a lot of things. Like I actually like enjoyed talking to him also. But like when he's like he picks and chooses his attack. All he really needs like if he can catch you with a double on your back, like you're done.
He moves good.
He
He moves
does.
good.
But like you
Moves
also
good
consider
beautifully.
Gable's like a next gen
Yeah.
athlete there. I think Kirkley can't be taken out in consideration for that spot too.
Yeah, right now
I think
though. I want to see. I really want to see how he's gonna do on this
yeah, I think the real problem comes down with Kirkfoot. How well
experience.
is his parterre defense right there?
I think he's gonna have to get the matches in first. A lot more matches.
He had a 3-0 loss to Tony Nelson, right?
Yeah.
That was last year. Dude's gained like 10, 15 pounds of like
Muscle.
lean muscle.
Yeah.
He teched Yusuf Hamida, who's a 2-time All-American, in 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
Yeah, he
And he
fucked him
teched
up.
Demetrius Thomas, who's probably one of the most athletic big men I've seen. 7 seed in NCAAs. I
That's
think
the pit
30,
heavyweight, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
in like 40 seconds. I don't see a future for Demetrius Thomas in this, honestly. And I think after Yusuf Hamida, I think this is last year being able to compete at U23s. I think he's gone after that, honestly. I was shocked to beat Cassiope, to be honest. It was a tech fall last year. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how to feel about a lot of these things, too. Because a lot of these weights are more open than they seem. Like
Yeah.
65, like I think, like, honestly, no, 70, 74, right? Like, you cannot count out Isaiah Martinez.
Nope. And then if you say Isaiah Martinez, then you got to think about Vincenzo Joseph, Makai Lewis.
I mean,
They're all
I don't see any of them in the same class as him anymore.
why.
I no, like I think Isaiah Martinez is like elevated his game to a new level. I think if he wrestles Chenzo or Makai, it's not close at this point.
I think it would be close.
I doubt it.
I think those matches are close. I think that
After what he did to Jason Nolf,
Jason Nolf is small though. Jason Nolf, you remember
I
Jason
would
Nolf?
take Jason Nolf over
Jason,
Chenzo Joseph.
no.
Yeah, I mean I would.
Not a real size. Not a real size. I think Jason Nolf needs to go down, but he's fucking probably too big for that too. See, he's a guy that gets fucked in this situation because I think Jason Nolf would definitely be our representative at 70. I think it's either him or James Green.
I would take Ryan Deacon if I'm being honest.
No, Ryan Deacon just lost to David Carr.
Yeah, at 74.
So I'm saying no.
By
Man.
1 point, he beat David Carr too.
Well, David Carr will be down at 72. It's another dude that'll be down too.
You also have to realize the weight cut affects people in different ways too.
Yeah,
I can see Anthony Valencia honestly as that spot too.
beat.
Who do you lose to in the finals of senior nationals?
Got tech by Massa, but Massa's a real 74.
Yeah,
Massa's a
and Massa fucked up Makai.
yeah, he did. He really did.
Right, he
But
was my pick. He was
but
my
other
pick to
people
win the title.
who
Logan
Massa?
Massa, 165, because he beat Marinelli, he beat Makai. I think Shane Griffith might have been the. I like Shane Griffith, but Stanford dropped the program, so that sucks.
Well, they're wrestling this year though.
Hmm,
They're wrestling this year.
They are.
Stanford has this is the they didn't cancel it right away.
Oh, that's
They gave it one more year.
bro. Shane Griffith, I guarantee you, I need to see this man win national title.
Oh,
He's like one of
Real
my
Woods
favorite.
too.
Yeah, he was from Bergen too.
Yeah, Real Woods. I want to see Real Woods there too.
Yeah, I don't know how far that dude's gonna make it. I think 141 just might be a little bit too much depth.
He would have been. He would have been. I think he would have been top five last year
Yeah, top five, but who really,
Without Yanni and what's it called there. But I think he's still in there. I mean,
yeah,
he
but who
beat.
really left the weight class?
Huh?
Who really left the weight class? Except for
Pletcher.
Fletcher. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, you throw everybody else in. You throw everybody else in there, and you got to remember too, he doesn't wrestle a lot of people either because of where he's at. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
know
So
he
he
went to
doesn't.
overtime. I think. I would have taken Nick Lee over Luke Pletcher in the national finals.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
what
That's just a
it is.
match. That's just a match. But
Yeah,
then you throw in there. You know what I mean? He beat um Dom Demas.
yeah. I think Dom Demas didn't have the greatest season last year too.
No, he didn't at all. That probably he probably got pushed a little bit too early for that.
Yeah,
They
I
gave him
think
the
Mitch
160
McKee is a guy you can't count out, and with his
at
big
all.
boys
He's a
anytime.
dog. He's a dog.
Um,
Nick Lee's back.
Ridge
Yanni.
Lovett, no, not
His
really.
love is at 33.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Bro, did you see Alex Thompson though?
Yeah, he looked
That
good.
that kid, I want to see his kid All American. I don't know
Yeah.
how well he's gonna do there, but he can
Chad
toss
Red's right there at 41 too.
Chad Red, that's what I was talking about.
Chad Red's right there, weighing
Tariq Wilson kind of fell off if he's still there.
Dax Sherman, the Florida boy that beat Tyreek Wilson.
Yeah, I like Tariq Wilson kind of fell off.
Yeah, I think he bumped up and that messed him up. But we
Yeah.
got, I mean, there's hammers.
You know, a guy I really like to watch was Ethan Lezak.
You got to see how big that dude got, man.
He's like probably 170 ish.
Like he wrestled, he just wrestled my friend at Senior Nationals, Earl Hall. He just wrestled him,
I will
and
wait.
if I'm not mistaken, 65. Because
Oh, that's not too bad.
yeah, but again, remember like they're fucking. Lezak's a guy that's supposed to be down maybe at like 61, but
That's
they
like
had to
9
bump up.
pounds.
They had to bump up because of that shit. You know what I mean?
That's like 9 pounds, dude.
Yeah, that's still
Lezak was
tough.
cutting from 160 to 125 in college.
That's still. Wait, what you said?
Lezak was cutting from like 160 to 125 in college. Like he didn't
Maybe
look like it because he wasn't like jacked or anything, but like
he's really skinny and tall. That's all
yeah,
it is.
but he was like I don't know, like he would gas himself out because he was cutting so much weight.
He bumped up. I think his last 2 years too, and didn't even All American.
No, he All American.
His senior year, he All American.
Yeah, he plays 70. He beat Roman Bravo Young 3-2.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I honestly, I wanted this dude to make something happen. You know, like you can never count him out too, because like he gets on top, he could tech you in that period.
Oh yeah, that's what he. I think if I'm not mistaken, he was down like 8-2 to the
Pitching
20.
inning,
Huh?
pitching inning.
Yeah, and he came back and won that match.
Yeah,
But then he also
bro.
got
You know what was
broken by
crazy? If you ever
Thomas
saw
Gilman.
remember the one I think it's more known because Gable beat Derek White in that match in his debut, but Ethan Lezak was about to beat Dayton Fix.
Yeah, it was
He
a good
lost
match.
6-2 because he got reversed to his back
Yeah.
as he's going for a suck back. Like I think Dayton Fix had the easiest path to the finals,
Yeah.
except for Philip. Once Philip got upset by Pletcher, it was over.
Yeah. It sucked. That hurt so bad when he lost. And he didn't All American because he had to wrestle RBY. I think
Yeah,
he had to wrestle RBY, so that was just
that
that
was
sucked.
rough. I think the thing was stacked. Who's
That way it was
except for that one dude from Mizzou? I don't know. I don't remember who that was.
33
Yeah,
was the Grant. I don't know. I think Grant Leith was at 41 that year.
no, it was Grant Leith.
Grant Leith was at 33.
I'm assuming because Jay Diamond that'd be a 41.
Yeah, that's what I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right. Grant Leith was at 49, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I'm wrong at.
That was Brock Mahler.
That year, Brock Mahler was already.
I'm
That
assuming. This
Was
is
that his
29.
freshman
This was
year?
2019.
Yeah, Brock Miles freshman year. Yeah, so I guess Grant Lethal's down, or he didn't wrestle or something. Dude, he's hurt so much, so I don't even
It
know.
was somebody though. Honestly, like if I had to rank that out,
Yeah,
Suriano's just like if it goes into overtime, I'm never picking against Suriano against
no,
anybody in the world.
he's gonna go.
That man is just a different type of human.
Yeah,
Like he legitimately scares me.
it's too much wrestling, bro. He's even yeah,
I
he's
think, like honestly, like if I think he's the one guy who can beat Thomas Gilman, but he's never gonna make it that far in the
no,
bracket.
not even close.
Yeah, because him and Gilman have like the same type of mentality. Like him versus Gilman, in college he handed Suriano's first ever career loss.
Yeah.
Like went undefeated all through high school. Versus him, it was like 3-2. Like it didn't look like any crazy thing, but like
Didn't
if
he
you
get
saw the
hurt
game,
that match?
he got hurt against Piccinini
Yeah, you're
freshman
right.
year. He beat Darian Cruz 8-0 that year. He won the title.
I think Gilman's gonna hand fight him to death though. Gilman's gonna be right here.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Suriano might be stronger than Gilman.
Yeah, he'd be stronger than, but that's not.
Yeah,
That's not all
I
about.
guarantee you, Suriano can bench at least 315.
I don't fuck big. I watch.
You
I
know
see
who
him.
Jojo Aragona is?
JoJo's a dog.
He put up 295 on bench.
Well, wait, is he going now? 41 still?
He's a 33 pounder. He's probably going 41.
He's fucking huge.
He's not. No, he's probably going 49 actually. Sebastian
Yeah,
Vettel's
that's what I was
41.
thinking. He's fucking huge.
I don't want to
What?
say it. I'm obviously I have to be a Rutgers fan. I like Rutgers. If you ask me my picks, anytime I'm going to say Suriano 25, Alvarez 33, Sebastian Vettel 41. Just because, those are teams I have to go with. But honestly, though, I think Ironman might have to be the favorite at 41 right now.
Iron or
After he beat Vladimir Konchegashvili.
but he lost to Henderson.
Lost to Henderson.
Yeah,
Henderson's not in college, dude.
yeah. Well, I understand that. But then Henderson ended up getting beat by the kid from Northern Colorado,
Who's that?
Vilas, something like that.
Yeah, I think that kid's out of college too now.
No, he's not. He's like a sophomore.
Yeah, but that's
Northern
also
Colorado.
like, did he get hit by any like freestyle, like 4-point moves and stuff?
Who?
Henderson.
No. He just lost. He got beat out straight, just takedown like that.
You
Wasn't
know the
nothing
one
crazy.
dude, Dylan Ragusin, something like that.
Rob Ragiston from Illinois.
Ragusin. Yeah, that dude's gonna
Illinois.
be.
My friend told me about him.
Did you see that one video? I think it was him. I'm not sure if it was. Guy had his leg. He hit like a bunch of standing Jonesy tilts.
Yeah,
That was nasty thing
dude,
right
he's
there.
he's my friend was telling me about him earlier that day. He goes, watch this kid. I'm like, bro, 57. I'm like, who was there? I was like, there's Vito. I forgot who was that senior national feast. I was like, no, there's no way. This kid, I don't know who this kid is.
Vito might have Dayton fixed too.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. Like Spencer Lee, just like you, it's like you can't say anybody beats him because they're stronger.
no, because he's already beaten all these guys that are stronger than him already.
Dude
I
has
just
no
look at the
muscle
kids. I
mass
just look at the people.
whatsoever.
I just look at the people he's already beaten. I mean, he has wins over.
Yeah, like if we're being completely honest, none of the guys at this weight class placed the Olympics.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think anybody does.
I think Gilman
I think
and
at 65 would be the interesting weight because I think if Yanni makes a spot or Jo makes a spot, they place. I don't
yeah,
think Zane places, but I also think Zane's
I think
the
I
best
think
guy in the
I
U.S.
think I think Spencer and Gilman can place at the
I
Olympics.
just don't see it. I think guys might be. I think Gilman has the Iranian style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the hand. I'm like the hand fighting shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Like
much.
again, that's why I think again you can't put like again with like Ironman and Yanni like he beat Konchegashvili, but you also realize when guys fly across the world, it messes with you.
Yeah.
Like
No, you're
that's
right.
why again Bajrang lost to Yanni. I don't think that ever happened again.
I don't know. 65 people that can place. You're right. It's probably just Yanni and Jo.
Yeah.
They
I think I want
haven't
if
even
Yanni gets a
qualified that
spot,
weight yet.
if Yanni gets that spot, I think there's a chance he could win it.
He can
I
beat
don't
him,
know. I want Bajrang to win the Olympics, again,
but Yanni can beat anybody in the world.
at any given day, yes.
Yeah.
But these guys also have the ability to just strip, could catch him on his back and pin.
Yeah.
But he has the international wrestling style from the U.S. But the thing is, like a lot of guys from the U.S., how like they wrestle hard, like to push the pace. He's not like that. He's never gonna gas anybody out.
Yeah.
He's never gonna get gassed either.
Yeah, he's gonna wrestle all the way through, and then I don't know.
The thing is, if we go to 74, honestly, I think if JB theoretically the fairy tale ending, obviously,
He
JB
wins it.
beats Jake for the final time, makes
He
a run to
wins
the
it.
Olympic finals, retires, leaves his shoes out in the center of the mat. He's done.
But he's not. But he announced he wasn't doing that though.
Hmm.
He has one more year in Nebraska, and then he's going to Penn. I think UPenn to go train in UPenn. You didn't see that?
If he wins a gold medal, I'm assuming he's
I'm
probably
assuming
going.
he's done. He probably is going to UPenn to probably go coach regardless.
Yeah, he's probably going wherever.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know any coach that would deny him a coaching job.
yeah, dumbasses. They did not. But I thought he'd
The
take
only
over.
team where I wouldn't give him a coaching job is Penn State
Yeah,
over Kel Sanderson. But
but he's probably going to UPenn to be a
yeah,
but
if I,
RTC coach.
but if I think if Dake does get the spot, Burrows obviously keeps going. I don't think he's the type of guy to retire on that note.
Yeah,
I think Chamizo has his number if they meet, though.
86 DT is going to win it.
Yeah,
Has
and
been.
he's cruising through the Olympics too.
Yeah.
Nothing about that. I think the
97.
one guy who might be able to give him a battle is Ringer because they know each other pretty well in the mat. That's really it. I don't even think Ringer's going to make the finals. I see DT versus Miles Martin.
I
And
see, I see, I see a DT. I see a DT's lead, and DT.
I could see that too. I just like Miles Martin as of right now, how he's been wrestling. I think that Matt goes down. It was a minute 26
I
for
mean,
11-0 tech fall. I don't.
who has Miles Moore really beat recently though?
Alex Daringer.
How long?
Jess.
That was maybe like what? That was like a year ago already.
No, it was a few months ago.
No,
What,
that
10
was
months
probably
ago? 10 months ago, yeah.
it's probably like about a
Yeah,
year ago.
yeah. You still can't count out the one that's over a 3-time national champion.
Daringer left from Okie State to a better room actually because he's in the room with Olympians now because pretty much the Amin brothers at Michigan they're all Olympians now because
Oh, no, that doesn't count. Because they're wrestling for – where are they wrestling for?
Serbia. Serbia.
Yeah, no, I don't think that – yeah, you can count that, obviously, but, like –
Stefan Michi is gonna be I think he took third at Worlds if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, no, I get, like, you're wrestling for a different country, obviously. Like, Amar Desi's an Olympian,
Yeah.
if you go by that standards. But is he beating anybody in the U.S.? No. That doesn't mean straight better than anybody.
That's a good room though.
There's literally no Olympian at heavyweight right now.
Yeah, you're right.
None. Robbie Smith for Greco wrestled in 2016. He retired. Tervald Lagnev wrestled heavyweight, and he's gone.
Yeah.
That's really like, yeah. I want Gwizdowski to get a shot, honestly. But I think whoever wins it, they're competing for third. At 97, what can I say we skip? 86. Is there anything more to take about 86 or not?
86.
Is there anything more to talk about?
Not really, bro. It's DT. DT's gonna cruise his way all the way through. I think.
What if Colin Moore goes down?
No, DT will take him. Colin Moore can't wrestle with him.
I think Geringer might be the one person who can't tech because he can't turn him.
No.
No, who's gonna take him from neutral? Actually, shit.
He's gonna take him from neutral. I'm telling you, I think the only person that I think that can actually maybe take it to him is probably gonna be Zahid. I think Zahid in shape runs to everybody else except for David Taylor.
Yes, but he getting in shape is the harder part.
He's got to get back into a room for real.
But yeah, you gotta stop snorting crack.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But
I heard it makes you move faster, but
whatever. But if he gets a good gas tank, you know what I mean? He's in that room. He's in that room with his
just put
brother
him in
right
the
now.
cradle work. We just gotta get Bubba Jenkins to come back and see what happens.
Yeah, sheesh.
That's fucked up, but
I'm trying to think who else we even have there. Nah, I think if a Zahid in shape would be Martin, he'll be Daringer. If Colin Moore comes down, he'll whoop up on Colin Moore.
I don't know. I think Colin Moore takes out Bo Nickel at 86.
No.
Yes.
I think Bo Nickel. Oh fuck, Bo Nickel's in that way too.
I don't think that's what I'm saying. I think Miles Martin takes out Bo Nickel. You have to realize Martin has elevated himself to a new level. You can't take what they had. College wrestling doesn't matter at this point. What they did.
Nothing matters until you wrestle.
Yeah.
You can get tagged. You can get tagged by somebody in the match before.
like Gable, nobody gives a fuck about what Gable's gonna do in college anymore. I don't know why people do. Like he plays second at Final X. You know, he's trying to make an
Yeah.
Olympic team. If I was in his position, I made the Olympic team. I'm moving on with my life. Fuck college at that point. You know, I think the only thing you really need, fuck college wrestling at that point. You know, you just want to get a degree and move on with your life.
Yeah.
That's really all you're trying to do.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know. That's pretty much what Siriano did there too, because he unregistered for classes and shit at Rutgers. I thought it was to make an
Yeah,
Olympic.
see, I don't know what that is too. Like, I don't think he like Gable. If he progressed at the rate he is, he'd be an Olympic champ 2024. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think Suriano can do it. To be honest, like
No, there's nobody. It's too much. It's maybe too many people there. He's not. He's not.
he
He's not
can
even.
make the. I think that team is open for him to make. It's possible, but I don't see him
I
placing
think
or doing
there's.
anything.
I can name 7 dudes that'll beat him there.
Yeah, anybody can beat anybody. You know, he could beat
Yeah.
Seth Gross, he could beat Spencer Lee, but they could also beat him.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he can beat those guys anymore. No,
I don't know either. It's like the thing, like he could beat Gilman, he could beat any of these guys, but they could also
that,
beat him.
I
Like
think. I think
it's like if
that's
you're
more.
David Taylor, like you're a lock at the weight class. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I think you're not giving Spencer Lee that little bit of respect enough yet
I
to be.
can't until I see him
But he
beat.
went out. Hey, but look, he ain't. He's proven.
Like when he does, like I'll give him like in folk style, he's
Yeah,
number one in the country, undoubtedly.
but he's definitely done it in freestyle too, though.
Yeah, he beat Nathan Tomasello in the finals.
He had to a little ring in that bracket. That bracket was hard. Go back and look at that bracket. Look at the people that he beat.
Who else was in it?
Vito's in that bracket.
Okay, Vito. I'm not putting Vito at contention for the spot though.
Who
I have
did?
Fixie Gilman. I actually have
I
Gilman
forgot.
versus Spencer Lee in the finals. So all
Nishan.
Iowa matchup.
Yeah.
The Sean Garrett isn't 57 pounder. That's the thing. Like I'm not discrediting anything he's done. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of these guys like are either just aren't the guys he has to be. Like like if you're
Well,
like
that's not.
see, I put everything in heavyweight terms because that's the only shit I understand. But like say if you're Gable Stevenson, right? You can beat Don
Okay.
Bradley, you can beat Mason Paris, you can beat Tony Nelson, you can beat whoever the fuck you want. But
Until you beat Quiz.
If you can't beat Nick Wizdowski, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't mean shit. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Like that's what I'm saying.
But I think
If
that
Spencer Lee does beat him, good for him. Like I'll 100% give him the spot. Like I'm just a big fan of Gilman, obviously.
that's who I was a fan of before that I knew who
Yeah.
Spencer Lee was.
Even though he left Iowa, I hate Iowa with passion. I still like Gilman.
I love Iowa, man. That's my go-to college team. They were gonna run away with that shit.
Yeah, I didn't like Chamizo until I've actually watched highlights of him. Like this dude has some of the craziest defense I've seen. Like before, I was like, I like Kyle Dake. Like I really don't. Like I like watching him wrestle. I'm just not a big fan of him. I'll pick Jordan Burroughs over him any day.
Yeah, definitely.
The same thing with Zahid. Like I didn't like him, and then I saw what he fucking did to I don't even know who it was. I just started watching more of him. Like
You gotta watch. I like watching. Put me on the Zahid. Well, I mean, I knew who Zahid was because he was freaking that crazy
yeah,
#1 kid in the nation that bumped up freaking 18 weight classes and shit. So, but when he wrestled this past season before he got suspended and stuff, he wrestled fuck. Who did they lose to in a duel? Ohio State. He wrestled Ohio State 84.
Miles. Who?
Ohio State's 84 pounder this year.
It's probably nobody. I'm pretty sure.
No, he's pretty good. I think if I'm not mistaken. Or was it NC State? It might have been NC State and he wrestled Hidley. And he cradled
Okay,
Hidley.
yeah.
And he cradled
Same
Hidley
height.
4 times.
Bro,
And
184 was not. I'm gonna be honest. Like Zahid
he
was
would have
just
ran
on his
away
own
with it.
level in that weight class. Like
Oh,
I
he
was
would have ran
watching.
away with it. There was nobody else that can go there. And he would have won 74 too. He would have ran away with it again.
Again, like as much of a lock as guys are, like when it comes time to the national tournament, if you don't show up, you don't show up.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Zahid was the guy. Like
he always showed
yeah,
up though.
yeah.
He was always there when it's
But
time to
that's
show
what happened to Martin. Like Martin had nothing short of a major on anybody. He majored Max Dean,
Yeah.
and then he ended up losing, dude.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
you can see that. Like I think Aaron Brooks would have won that or Cameron. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I like Cameron Caffey.
I like Caffey. Caffey's fucking athletic as shit.
He's made so much. He's made the progression every year.
Yeah.
I think he beats Aaron Brooks if it came time to national
I
titles.
saw something about him. I saw him going about something in '97.
I doubt. I think it's possible. I don't know who's at 97 anymore.
I'm telling you right now, like 97, 97.
Oh, I have Cordell Norfleet from Arizona
Yeah,
State.
but I got somebody to beat them all that nobody even knows who he is right now.
Who is it? Noah Adams.
No, Chase Singletary.
Oh, Ohio State. Yeah, I
Chase
don't. I honestly could see that, but I really like how well Cordell Norfleet looked against Colin Moore. It was a 9-11 match, and he beat Kyle
Yeah,
Canal. He
he
beat all these
blast doubled
guys.
his ass. He blast doubled his ass. I
It
remember.
wasn't even a blast double. It was just a reattack. It was a reattack double. And like again, that's how you beat a guy like Colin Moore. Or if you're good enough like Bo Nickel, you create your own attacks on him.
You fucking stick him.
I mean, yeah, but that's never gonna happen again.
He'll major him every single time.
No,
No.
he beat him 5-2 in the national finals.
Yeah, that was more freaking. That was Colin Moore. National final matches. It's gonna be freaking different. You got to wrestle conservative. But if you're letting it fly, that
He
match
beat
is
him 5-2
close.
in the Big Ten also. I promise you, Colin Moore, like a lot of these guys you see get a lot better out of.
I can't give Colin Moore that respect. I don't know why. Just personally, this would have been the year that would have been like, all right, he's a stud. You know what I mean? But
Dude, this
his weight
was the
class was
year.
kind of empty too, though.
Eric Schultz. See, it looks bad because you have guys like Kevin Gadsden fucking launched Eric Schultz over his head. But that's also Kevin Gadsden. Like, I don't know. Like a guy you can't count out in 97 would be Hayden Zilmer, too. Like, Colin Moore beat him 8 to 10.
I like the '97 from Michigan. Um, fuck.
Pat Brokey?
Huh?
Pat Brokey?
No. Well, he was from Princeton. Then he went to Michigan, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one they had this year.
Jackson State guy?
No, the black dude.
Oh, Jelani Embry?
Yes.
He's
All
84.
right. But didn't he go? He went to '97 now.
I don't think so.
Oh no, Amin was. Amin. I saw
Amin
that.
was 74.
Yeah, but when they
Oh,
picked
yeah,
up.
Embry's probably going up. So
Yeah.
what I could see right here, this is a bold pick right here. Mason Parris does not wrestle this year. Pat Brokey goes to heavyweight.
They're gonna redshirt Mason Paris.
Or next year because this year's a free year. I don't think it really matters.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Pat Brokey, you know, a lot of guys don't associate guys who cutting too much weight at upper weight classes, right? You know how Pat Brokey just didn't look the same last season?
Yeah.
He did one with them and was like, he was cutting from like 240. And like at that point, like your performance starts to suck. So he goes heavyweight for his final year. They redshirt Mason Parris.
And then Mason Paris gets a chance to win the national title without Gabriel Stevenson being there.
I think
But then he's still gonna have fucking Kirk Lee right
Kirk.
there.
I think Colton Schultz pinned him last time they wrestled.
Yeah.
I think Matt Stencil has his number next time.
Oh, you really like Matt Stencil, huh?
I do. Like I was talking to him yesterday again. Like this dude's like if he puts it together in the national tournament. You know,
Yeah.
nothing like he could very well get pinned by Mason Parris outside of it. He pinned Mason Parris when it mattered the most in the blood round of the national tournament, and then he beat Trent Hoker there. You know, he obviously lost to Amar No, not to Amar Desi. He lost to Yusuf Amida by like a point. So it's really, you know, he's a bigger dude, insanely flexible, which is going to cause Mason Parris some problems. If he gets his hand locked on the cradle, Parris is done for.
That's that Central Michigan shit, man. I like Central Michigan because they got a Florida kid in their lineup too.
Yeah, which
57.
one?
Johnny Lovett. He should be going 57 next year. He should be
yeah.
starting.
Dude, I think if Kirk and Parris wrestle, I don't think it's anything short of a major for Kirk.
I want to see that match. There's a couple. I mean,
You know how people are, you ever hear people saying that Parris is going to be Gable next year?
no. Well, I always hear that. I thought that was gonna be a good match for them to
I
wrestle.
thought that was pretty stupid because like it was a 3-6. It was like theoretically, if we're not counting the last takedown that Gable just conceded in like the last 20 seconds,
Yeah.
it was 3 takedowns to 0. That's not a close match.
Remember, look at the gap between it though too, because what's his name? Stuck Cassiope.
Yeah,
Paris,
but that was luck getting the pin on him.
he fucked him up.
Yeah,
He was
but no, okay. See, that's where people get a little bit carried away. In my opinion, I've broken this match down with a bunch of guys. Right, it's a lot closer than you think. He just got himself. He pulled the freshman move,
of course, yeah. Okay.
Cassiope. That's really it. You get caught in a lot of situations, exactly like Gable, Big Ten Finals national. He gets hit with the dump 10 seconds off the bat, right? Obviously, Mason Paris go to. He's down 2-0, not the end of the world. He gets an armbar run over, which he rolls to, takes down Mason Paris for 2, and Mason Paris gets out. Paris leading 3-2. He gets it on a snatch single, but unlike finishing from the air, he lets Paris bring him back to the mat with that wizard, which Paris has no business doing on him. And then Paris hits a Russian spin, gets behind him for 2. Again, a move that you don't see coming. But now that he knows he has this diversified counter offense, right? And then here's where the problem occurs. He gets the leg. He stays on his feet wisely, but he leads with the wrong foot. And he keeps the foot too close. Then you get that reverse ankle pick. And from that, Paris is a good enough wrestler, transitions right to the Turk. And then a guy as strong as Mason Paris, you're on your back, you're done for. Right there.
I wanted to see that match again.
I think if the match goes down again, I don't think, everybody's going to say Cassiope got whooped, right? No, he just
Dude,
got out
actually being a wrestler and watching that match, breaking it down to like that, you see, yeah, you're right. He didn't get his ass whooped. You're right.
Yeah, he got himself caught in bad situations, and it happens.
But that was a sound beating. It was.
You can't take anything away from that from Mason Paris, but for
there was
Cassiope, you
there
can't
was
just
no
take that
bullshit.
Yeah.
There was no bullshit scores, nothing like that. No, everything that he did, even though
100%.
it was all
But as
right.
Cassiope, you can't take that as an ass whooping. You gotta take that as you gotta break the match down. You gotta fix every single part of that. Yeah, and a guy like Seth Nevels isn't gonna be in the field anymore. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be big because he's gonna hit the transfer portal most likely, and he could very well end up at like Maryland.
No, hopefully.
Hopefully, he stays in the Big Ten. Oh, actually, no. The problem's going to be there. I don't think there's going to be enough bids in the Big Ten.
No.
Because, the whole heavyweight mock tournament I was running on my story.
Yeah.
I had Nevels as the 14 seed behind AJ Nevels' brother. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where he would end up if he leaves Penn State right now.
He could go to Fresno State, but I think AJ has another year, right?
Yeah. Whatever. I mean.
Is there any place in Cali that wrestles D1?
Well, Stanford just lost their program. I think.
Does UCLA have a wrestling team or something?
No.
Cal Poly?
I think Cal Poly is the only one left.
Yeah, I think he could go to Cal Poly. Lucas Cook?
I heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, he runs the Instagram page. He's going there. I think, honestly, Neville's goes or he whoops him, but it's not a fair match. It's a guy who plays fourth in the state and a 4-time state champ, so.
Yeah. 4-time California state champ. It's different. That's way
Yeah,
different.
he had one good match against Christian Ripped. Ooh, Michigan State might be a good one.
Yeah. Michigan State's looking good right now, too. They're looking to get better right now.
They pulled in Chase Soldate.
Yeah, Chase Aldate's a dog.
That's a big one for them, too.
He did all right at U23s.
If they can pull in Neville's, that's a big solidifier at the upper weights.
Yeah.
Because right now
they're still not gonna do shit in the Big Ten. They'll still be freaking top. They'll probably be like maybe make it up to fifth.
If Caffey wins the title, that secures it for them.
No, Caffey. I still think that's too much. That's too deep. Still, I don't know. They'll probably start moving.
It's too deep. Like anybody can win that weight.
Michigan's looking.
I think Colin Moore was a lock last year, but not by as much as people thought.
Michigan's looking insane for next year too.
Yeah, I don't think anybody I don't think Jelani Embry's like contention for the title.
No, but he'll be up there though.
He's up there for a good run at nationals.
Huh? Look, I'm telling you right now, bro. If they got Michich, they got just Dylan. They got Dylan.
People are gonna hate me for this, but I think Michich is probably gonna win the Natty.
At 33.
Yeah.
Well, nobody hates you for that. The fucking gonna hate you for that.
Everybody's trying to tell me the RBY is gonna whoop his ass.
He was a national finalist before he took an Olympic year. Yeah. Everybody forgets that.
I like Sammy Alvarez to beat RBY this time around.
I don't know about that.
It was double overtime both first times they wrestled,
I don't know about
Alvarez
that.
is bound to beat him once.
Maybe,
It
but
just depends on when that
RB,
once is.
Alvarez isn't getting RBY's in a way better room now. I
Yeah,
hate to
no.
say it. I hate to say it.
With
I hate
their
to say
lower
it.
weights, with Nick Sirianno and Sebastian Rivera,
Yeah, I still think
and with
I still
Anthony Ashnall in that room
I
too.
still think I still think you throw Thomas Gilman at him right there, and you throw freaking Nick
Yeah,
Lee.
see, that's where you're into some problems. The difference between the Penn State wrestling rooms, they're all good, and the Rutgers, these guys have known each other their entire lives.
Fine, but wrestling's wrestling. If you're dealing with these guys every single day, and you become family quick.
Yeah,
That's
but no, like there's a difference. Like the same thing with football, right? You see in modern day St. John Bosco, and then you
yeah,
have IMG. Which team is more talented? Obviously IMG.
yeah,
Which team does better? Modern day and John Bosco.
yeah.
That's kind of the only analogy I can really make, right? Because like those guys, like they all grew up together, they all knew each other. There's so many guys. It's literally like a New Jersey state place. That's where everybody is.
Yeah.
You have a select few guys going out. Like you have Robert Howard, Penn State. A couple guys going to Penn, and then a bunch of guys going to other places.
I think I'll end up in Pennsylvania after I'm done with JUCO too.
Yeah.
I want to go to. I want to go
Come
to
to
Clear.
Shippensburg.
Huh?
Come to Shippensburg, wrestle some D2. Get
Come
some
and give me
free
some
athletic.
money.
Huh?
Come and give me some money, man.
If you can finesse some athletic money, dude, it's a pretty cheap school.
I'll talk to whatever, man. Put me on. I'll
I
talk.
bet.
I want to. I don't want to go NAI no more. I just want to wrestle Division
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
What conference are you guys in?
Peace. Oh, we're in the Hearts Conference. Yeah.
I don't care about how hard it is. I
PSAC.
just want to know what conference you're in.
PSAC. We just got canceled this year, though.
What's the best team out of PSAC?
There's Kutztown, Pitts Johnstown.
Pitt Johnstown's in that conference. I have boys that go to Pitt Johnstown. That's tough.
Yeah, no, I have the national champ in my conference
Yeah.
from Kutztown.
It's
I
tough.
honestly think like the D2 national champ is the worst out of any of them. I have any of the national champs in my like. Obviously, you're gonna have Gable first. Then
Yeah.
I would take Brandon Reed second.
Dude, did you not see who the JUCO kid is? The JUCO guy's got records right now.
Yeah, Boone.
Boone, yeah, Boone McDermott's a dog.
Yeah, no, I think Boone's better than. I think Brandon Reed beats Boone though.
I don't know. Boone's a dog.
Brandon Reed beats. I can't pick against that dude. That dude is
Boone's a
something
dog.
else.
Boone's huge, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I love Boone. I don't know if he starts at Rutgers either over Alex Exposito.
Not yet. Probably next year. He probably gets the nod next year.
I don't think they would bring in a JUCO dude without the intention to start him though. But
But not
Esposito has shocked a lot of people by getting that started.
he still has a red shirt to burn. So really, who?
Yeah, he has a free year and a red shirt.
Yes, I'm saying. So he got. So think about it, he has 4 years of wrestling left.
Yeah, I know Esposito wrestled. He was a 220 wrestling heavyweight my freshman year. He played 7th in the state.
Y'all plays
And then
top
he
8 in
committed-
Jersey.
Yeah. What?
Y'all plays top 8 in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play.
Who placed 1, 2? Number 1 was Eric Chaconis, who's number 11 in the country, wrestles at Bucknell. You know, because career is kind of over because of injuries. Number 2 was a football player.
Bucknell has somebody ranked that high. I didn't know that.
No, he was ranked in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well,
Bucknell had their 197 ranked last year. Pretty high.
I want to go to Clarion. That's my PA school.
Clarion's all right.
Yeah, I want to go there with Brock Zachary.
We go to the Clarion Open.
Yeah, I want to go over there and go wrestle
Not,
Brock.
I mean, not anymore, but the kid who I wrestled behind was a Pennsylvania state champ, and he was ranked 8th in the country coming out of high school.
What's his name?
Danny Scheib.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. But yeah, dude, we've been here for a while, so.
Yeah, bro. Want to wrap it up?
Oh yeah, sure, let's do it. All right, so Romeo, thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Just hit me up anytime. We
Yes,
can do
sir.
another episode. We're good. All right. I'm gonna start trying to put out episodes every day, every other day for you guys. Try to grow my YouTube channel a little bit more. Try to create more content for you guys to watch to actually enjoy my stuff. But this has been episode 37 of Late Night Shots, and I will see you guys tomorrow.